my name is Nancy. I'm basically doing this video for a pastor that I gave my Facebook page to today. And I'm just winging it at this point. I just got home from church. Okay, so my name's Nancy, and my goal is to have a prayer chain the whole way across the United States of America, from one ocean to the other. This started with me about 4 years ago, and I started figuring it out. It was a big thing that it came up in a conversation with my kids. How can we make this world better? And I thought, why can't we have a prayer chain? So I did the math, I did some research, and it is possible. It takes, I don't know the exact number now, I can't remember it, but it is in my other videos. But to round it up, it would be about 8,000 people to make a prayer chain from one end to the other end. There's a trail. It's called the American Discovery Trail. Okay? And it is literally like a biking trail, a walking, hiking, biking trail. And it goes from in Washington, D.C., I believe, in Maryland, and it goes the whole way across the United States. That's my United States. I'm not a very good artist, but that's basically how the trail goes. And I did my math by just holding hands and taking the width of my hands and timesing it with the miles it takes to go across this trail and dividing it by the people that would be needed. So around 8 million people. Okay. And how do I get this word out here? I am just one person. I don't have a big voice. And I've sent emails out, and I've tried to get a hold of big voices like Joyce Myers, the Billy Graham service, but nobody ever got back to me. Okay. And I kind of decided it was too big for me. I can't do this. But, like I said, this is going to be about 8 million people. And that is about 2%, let's just say 2% of the population. Okay, so 2% of the population to get this done. And I also figured, what about parking? What if this actually happens? We get everybody there. How are we all going to park? And there are spots along here where they have entrances to the trail that have parking. But what I did then was started individual groups on Facebook, and it's called the 2%er groups. And it's divided up into the states that the trail goes through. Okay, so each part of the trail has a state it goes through. So, like, I know one of the trails is Nevada, so it's 2%ers of Nevada. That's the name of the group. 2%ers of Maryland. Okay, so I did start that, and I got a little bit of response, but that group is basically meant for, like, say you're in Florida and you want to go to the Maryland part of the trail. You can talk to other people in Florida, in Georgia, in Tennessee, and maybe you can do carpools. Another thing I thought was, what about the churches? And I've sent this out to a lot of churches, and eventually I got marked as spam, so that wasn't working anymore. But the churches never really got back to me. Okay, but carpool to help with the parking. But my biggest thing is, how do I get this out there? Another big problem I ran into was that everybody wants to know when. When do we do this? Well, if we need to get 8 million people on board first, I can't really come up with a date until I actually get some kind of larger response. I think the biggest response I had altogether was about 20,000 people. And it was the same problem. Everybody wanted to know when. Okay, I'm trying to think what else to say, because this is basically, like I said, for the preacher that I gave the thing to today. You can go through my other videos if you have time. If you think this is just crazy and overboard, I've been told that. But it's possible. It is absolutely possible. I can't do it as one person alone, but if America would come together, it's completely possible. It's 2% of the American population. And I even came up with a, because I want it to be an unbroken prayer chain where people were holding each other's hands. For the intersections that go across these trail parts, we could even just lay a rope across the intersection. The cars could still go through. On one end, one person's holding the rope, and on the other end, the other person's holding the rope. There are spots in the trails where you would have to park and maybe walk in a mile, maybe 2 miles. But it would totally be worth it. But like I said, this is basically for the preacher that I gave the information to. It's a big thing, and I just figured I'd give you the information. You can do what with it. And I'm sorry about my bad math. I'm not an artist, but that about sums it up. And if anybody else happens upon this, you like it, please share the videos. That's what I always tell everybody. Share the videos where you can. And God bless everybody. This is a great nation that we live in, and I really would love to be able to see God put back literally at the center of it. Okay, thanks. God bless.